Shop at Majestic Supermarket for kind and courteous service. In addition to your grocery list, we also stock perfume and gift sets, household items, over-the-counter drugs, pet food and accessories, footwear, mini hardware items and much more. It's a one-stop shop. We accept TT cards, links and credit card. Visit us at the corner of Little Cobra Road and Komoto Main Road, Komoto. Telephone contact 643-94104, Majestic Supermarket.
Welcome to our program, Journey of the Soul Towards a Structured World. Of course, practically all of us are aware that internally we have a world also. So there are many worlds, and we live in a time where this journey of the soul is not just going somewhere. No. It's a comprehensive journey of understanding how I, you, light energy, not of the five elements, we are playing a part, P-A-R-T, but we are also treading a part, P-A-T-H. We all have pathways, so to speak, and the choices we all make in life, the science and understanding of the soul, which is so simple, is to understand that we should be amplifying or increasing, respected friends, within our awareness, the three aspects of time. Because every one of us has a yesterday, we have a today, and hopefully we will have a tomorrow. However, we can only be present, not just in the present day, but in the present moment. So it takes a lot of slowing down to learn. Yes, learn. Life is an education. We need to learn, or you can say relearn, the art of living in the moment. So I have a question for you. When you get upset, get vexed, or you put somebody in their place, are you really living in the moment with the understanding, dear friends, of past, present and future? Because this moment that you fix up somebody, put them in their place, so to speak, or you get angry, or you get upset, when it becomes the past, slow down here a little bit. Always remember there will be a return. So how you conducted yourself 3 minutes ago, a day ago, 2 years ago, on an ongoing basis, returns are coming, and we are planting seeds of vision, attitude, speech, action, behavior through the vehicle of our bodies. Who is doing that? The light energy, the soul, the Atma, the Ruh, the spirit, the psyche. Simply put, God's child. Who is God's child? The soul. Is the soul visible through your eyes. Can you see a soul? No. Why? The soul is none of the 5 elements. Simple. If we complicate it, it will become, that's a guarantee, it will become complicated. But if we simplify it, then after a period of time, over a period of time, this simplification method, this approach will become what is called a sanskar, a latent proclivity. Forget all these words. It will become your nature. And when our nature becomes cooler, this incredible quality of the soul that is called contentment. Contentment opens up a very healthy environment within. And when we begin to have a healthy environment, or begin to walk the path towards a healthy environment, all the support that we need in terms of mind management, intellect management, sanskar management, they begin to get fragrant. And who doesn't like to walk into a fragrant place? Incense, or more so, a flower garden. We all have, dear respected friends, a most fragrant flower garden within us. But when we let the insects of greed, of attachment, of ego, of anger, of lust, of jealousy, when they begin to take up shop in the garden of our fragrance, what happens? We begin to spoil. And nobody likes spoiled food. So when we begin to spoil, the product of anger is not good. The product of jealousy is extremely bad. Because when you are jealous of someone, I wonder why I have to explain this. What happens? You are throwing hot water on that person, and you yourself, you are walking in the wrong direction. So this virtue we are speaking about today, that is called contentment. Contentment suggests fullness. You know, when you're having a meal, there's a point you reach when, in spite of the food being spicy, tasty, whatever, or the variety of the dish is good, there comes a point when you get a signal. Yes, you're smiling, you know what I'm talking about. Stop. But no, I can't let this food waste. So what do? You take another mouthful or two. And in Trinidad here we have this saying, you become a Machiavelli soon after. What happens to a Machiavelli? As soon as his stomach is full, he starts sleeping, chilling out. This is a good local sense of humor, which is important to even take the essence of these things and apply it to ourselves. So this one virtue of contentment is something that can be used as a trigger, but we have to walk the talk. And to walk the talk means we must be able to use one faculty of the soul. The soul has 3 faculties. Body has 5 senses, which we are very, very much accustomed with, etc. The soul has the ability to generate thoughts. Slow down and generate some good thoughts at this very moment. Pleasant thoughts. Who is generating pleasant thoughts, peaceful thoughts, happy thoughts, mature thoughts, respectful thoughts? You. And what happens to the environment around you? What happens to inside of here? The inner environment when you start generating pleasant and peaceful thoughts. You begin to develop power. And that power is to be able to manage yourself. The Brahma Kumari's World Spiritual University is very famous, particularly in London and so, for a course that is called Self-Managing Leadership. The more we begin to manage these three faculties of the soul, it becomes very easy. It literally becomes entertainment as a form of child's play. To manage your eyes, sense of scent. Remember my favorite saying, the tongue has no bones, but it can break bones. Pay attention to that. So this aspect of self-managing leadership, why is it called leadership? You don't step backwards when you are aware of the self. Take a pen and write it down. SELF, subtle energy, life force. That's a very good description of the soul, the child of God. We are subtle, we are energy, because the soul doesn't die. We are life itself, and there is a considerable amount of force. So as mentioned just now, when these insects attack us, greed, anger, attachment, jealousy, etc., the force begins to change. Yes, the force begins to become, simply put, bad attitude. That's the whole program by itself. So the need for us to begin to manage the production line of thoughts. That's our first step in terms of self-awareness, self-management, relationships with others, laws of karma. The law of karma is the easiest thing on this whole planet. Who complicated? You and me. Yes. It's just about you do and there is a return. You think and there is a return. But it becomes gross when you do and you speak. Look at your tone of voice when you are angry. And look at your tone of voice and your eyes when you are happy. There is a difference. It's not easy to understand the soul, and ironically, it's extremely easy to understand the soul. But over a period of time, respected friends, the sanskars, the layers and layers and layers on the soul, on the memory track, in the stock room of the soul, there is so much rubbish, respectfully, within there that no amount of laxative and purge can take that out. This is called Raj Yoga meditation. Raja means sovereign of the highest, yoga means to connect, and meditate means to stay quiet and behave yourself. Simple thing. There will be a million more definitions, but when you take this simple approach, remember I said earlier, power. And this power is power to manage you. When you are a good manager of yourself, your communication skills with other people transcends weaknesses of the soul. So you're not sending negative vibes, talking sweet talk, but inside of your mind you have real dislike for that person. No, that never work, does not work, and will never work in terms of the results of relationship, connections, relations we have with others. And today we are just talking of one virtue. The soul has 36 virtues. we also have within us 8 abilities, powers to draw upon. And these days it seems as though the number one power we need to be present within us is the ability to tolerate. And tolerate doesn't mean, oh Lord, I am sweating. No, 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 no. To tolerate means you have the strength, the foresight and understanding that this is a situation and I am going to be able to deal with it accordingly by stepping back. Let's take a break.
Shop at Majestic Supermarket for kind and courteous service. In addition to your grocery list, we also stock perfume and gift sets, household items, over-the-counter drugs, pet food and accessories, footwear, mini hardware items and much more. It's a one-stop shop. We accept TT cards, links and credit card. Visit us at the corner of Little Cobra Road and Komodo Main Road, Komodo. Telephone contact 643-94104, Majestic Supermarket.
It is good to consider this advice we get from a lot of people, even the medical world, that we must consume enough liquids, particularly water. Why? Body needs to be rehydrated. If you go online, you will probably discover that approximately 67% of our body is liquid, 32% solid. That's the medical thing and they are the experts in that. But it's good to be a little aware of that. So hydration is important. But then what is the quality of hydration? It's not just water. We should be drinking healthy things. So in the same manner, to be able to have that balance, we must also consider taking a little time to rehydrate the soul. And this rehydration is the ability to generate within us peaceful thoughts. Peaceful thoughts has an impact on our body also. We are aware of that. So when we make a program for our life and we get a diary, a notebook, or a $2 copybook and a $2 pen, invest $4 and start putting in place a little time out every morning. If you get up 15 minutes earlier, don't get me wrong, you wouldn't die. Trust me, you might live longer. Get up a little earlier, refresh yourself. Put on something slack and sit in silence. In this silence, you are rediscovering the incredible science of you, me, everyone else, the soul, God's child. So getting back to the soul we were talking about earlier, the mind generates thoughts like a factory line. But the other faculty of the soul is called your intellect. Time and again in every program I will give some hints and some reminders so that the layers become stronger within us. When you have many options coming up, you go to buy a soft drink or you go to get something and you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, what do? You make a decision. So to make healthy decisions, we must recognize the faculty within the soul is your intellect. So the mind has this way of factory line, generating thoughts. Whatever I see, whatever I smell, or if you taste something, thoughts start coming. Yes. So to manage that, this faculty of your intellect, respected friends, we have to learn to strengthen our decision-making power. We have to learn to be able to make sensible and right choices in a timely way. To be able to do that, you must not get drunk with waste thoughts. Waste thoughts are one of the greatest enemies of the soul. How many times you hear people say, oh, this one is a waste of time. Okay, forget the insult or the praise or whatever it is. The important thing here is that we have a spectrum of thoughts. In the next program, I will speak about that. And we need to be able to select the right thoughts. The mind produces this, that, the other. The intellect is the strong part of you, is that faculty. We have to develop muscle. And that muscle comes with meditation. It comes with what I mentioned earlier in this program, past, present, future. We must be able to see the future as a matter of simple understanding, no complication. To be able to see the future, we must be walking at the right speed, driving at the right speed, not breaking the speed limits with excessive amount of thoughts. So when we do that, then there's a beautiful word for it, a long word in Hindi, Trikaldarshi, knower of the three aspects of time, past, present and future. But inside of that, you are able to stay in the present and create good karma. So suffice to say, today let us look at this one aspect of being a contented person. Contentment sprouts very fragrant values within the soul, and you water that with meditation. So now let's just sit back and have a meditation experience. An experience in which, with love and lightness, I go beyond this world into the company of the Supreme Parent. How many souls are there in this world? 8 billion, how much? There's only one parent. So many praise we have. You can write books upon God's praise. But individually, we are a child of God. So as we are sitting comfortably, become calm, feel your thoughts slowing down, become aware, I am light energy, a spiritual star, so fragrant, so beautiful in terms of awareness. I sit in the middle of the forehead between the eyebrows. In this awareness of light, vibrations of peace, a deep sense of contentment awakens within me. In this awareness, the soul is pulled upwards via the intellect. Beyond this world, into the great realm of golden red light, wherein resides the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. Like a child meeting a parent, I begin to absorb the purest energy of love, contentment, and a kind of spiritual feeling of closeness to my eternal Father. I bathe in this awareness of light, filling myself with the power to slow down and discern properly before I speak, before I act. In this manner, in a timely way, during the day, I can take a time out, 3-4 minutes, and connect upstairs with the ocean, the unlimited ocean of peace and love. Om Shanti. Thank you very much. Do have a blessed life.
Shop at Majestic Supermarket for kind and courteous service. In addition to your grocery list, we also stock perfume and gift sets, household items, over-the-counter drugs, pet food and accessories, footwear, mini hardware items and much more. It's a one-stop shop. We accept TT cards, links and credit card. Visit us at the corner of Little Kora Road and Komoto Main Road, Komoto. Telephone contact 643-94104. Majestic Supermarket.